'Tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then, let me know what you're podcasting all about. It's time to go back in time to visit the final frontier. Hey gang, this is episode 137 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Rollins, and this week we're going to cover the 3 Star Trek prequel movies that started in 2009. They were divisive, but they were also some of the highest grossing films in the franchise's history. So let's dive in. As always, it's 3 rounds of 10 questions each. You get the question, then a timer, then I give you the answer. Simple and easy. If you need rules or a scorecard, visit us at dorkygeekynerdy.com. Alright, let's do this. The Dorky Round. Number 1. Who directed the 2009 film Star Trek? J.J. Abrams. He also directed the sequel, Into Darkness. Number 2. What movie was released for Star Trek's 50th anniversary? Star Trek Beyond in 2016. Number 3. Who is promoted to Chief Engineer in Star Trek Into Darkness? Pavel Chekhov. Number 4. Which movie marked Leonard Nimoy's final film role? Star Trek Into Darkness. He's only shown in photos in Star Trek Beyond. Number 5. Leonard Nimoy told which actor, "You have no idea what you're in for"? Zachary Quinto. Number 6. Uhura's roommate, Gala, is a member of what species? Orion. Number 7. As of Star Trek Beyond, how many times has the Enterprise been destroyed in movies? Three times, first in Star Trek III and then again in Generations. Number 8. What creature does McCoy revive with Khan's blood? A tribble. Number 9. Admiral Marcus actually works for what secretive group within Starfleet? Section 31. Number 10. Who does Kirk meet on the shuttle ride to Starfleet Academy? Dr. Leonard McCoy. The Geeky Round. Number 1. Star Trek Beyond is dedicated to what 2 actors? Anton Yelchin and Leonard Nimoy. Number 2. What was the name of Admiral Marcus's ship? The USS Vengeance. Number 3. What Star Trek actor co-wrote Star Trek Beyond? Simon Pegg. Number 4. Who composed the music for all 3 Star Trek prequel movies? Michael Giacchino. Number 5. Scotty says he tested transwarp beaming on whose prized beagle? Admiral Archer. We're not sure if there's any relation to Jonathan Archer. Number 6. What is the name of the ice planet where Spock is exiled? Delta Vega. Number 7. George Takei came out defending the casting of which actor? John Cho. Takei is of Japanese heritage, whereas Cho is of Korean heritage. Takei said that Sulu represents all of Asia. Number 8. Who played James Kirk's parents? Chris Hemsworth and Jennifer Morrison. Number 9. What name was given to the escape pods on the Enterprise? Kelvin pods. Number 10. In the 2009 film, the Enterprise warps into the atmosphere of which of Saturn's moons? Titan. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. What factory was used for the Enterprise's engine room in the 2009 film? It was a Budweiser factory in Van Nuys, California. Number 2. What was the name of Nero's ship? The Narada. Number 3. What does Captain Pike accuse Sulu of accidentally leaving on? The parking brake. It was the external inertial dampener, which is, effectively, the parking brake for the Enterprise. Number 4. What ship does Kirk and company use to escape Krall in Star Trek Beyond? The USS Franklin. Number 5. Star Trek Beyond co-writer Doug Jung has a cameo as who? Sulu's husband on Yorktown Station. Number 6. Which movie is, to date, the highest-grossing Star Trek film? Star Trek Into Darkness. It made $467 million worldwide. Number 7. What 2 Batman actors make an appearance in Star Trek Into Darkness? Bruce Greenwood and Peter Weller. Both have voiced the superhero in animated movies. Number 8. Before Scotty comes aboard, who is the Enterprise's chief engineer? Chief Engineer Olson. Number 9. What Next Generation actor provided some of the dialogue for the Romulan crew? Will Wheaton. Number 10. In a deleted scene, where does Nero and his crew spend much of their time between the destruction of the Kelvin and when Spock arrives? They were imprisoned on Rura Penthe, which fans might remember from Star Trek VI. And that's it, gang. I hope you had fun. That might be it for Star Trek, at least until the new shows like Discovery and Picard wrap up. I hope to see you back here next Wednesday. Speaking of, here's your clue for next week's show. The author of What Book Trilogy said she was inspired to create the story while channel surfing between reality TV shows and the invasion of Iraq. An insanely popular series that we probably should have covered some time ago. Oh well, so much trivia, so little time. This has been episode 137 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The music has been by Jason Shaw at Audionautics.com. I'm your host, Brian Rollins. You could find me at thevoicesinmyhead.com, where I narrate audiobooks and short fiction, as well as host the show. Thanks for listening, and live long and prosper.
Hi everyone. If you're looking for a new pop culture podcast and you need something that doesn't set its bar too high or low, then our podcast is for you. I'm Luke, and with me as always is Nick. Join us for our bi-weekly pod centered around all things pop culture related. In our second season, we're talking all things 2021 through to early 2022's films, games, TV shows and more. We also have a monthly in-depth series, and this season we're focusing on Batman, covering films, comics, animations, and will culminate in the release of The Batman in March 2022. We'll have guests, spoilers, jokes, and the occasional bad language. Find us wherever you get your podcasts and on social media at ConsistentlyPod to keep up to date. If you're on Apple Podcasts, subscribe for extra content. Join us every other Wednesday for a consistently okay time.